Hey, Scorpio, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your March 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, so the tree card is showing up for you. So you're definitely growing your abundance and you're coming up with new strategies, Scorpio, to increase your wealth. I see here that some of you could be reaching financial goals. You could be having maybe even some hands-on help, or maybe you are the one that is helping someone else out. You could be a teacher, a mentor, a healer. Some of you have gone through a job loss and you've had to maybe even take on extra responsibilities because someone around you could have quit or been fired, is what I see for some of you as well. You may be going through new interview processes to increase your pay, or because the workload and responsibility load has become too heavy. I see that for some of you Scorpios here, where additional help is required. Otherwise, big changes are coming into play here. And if you are an entrepreneur, I see here that you're shifting things up here. You are putting your plans into motion. You could even be taking a little bit of time off to recoup your energy and just reassess your priorities. I see that coming in here for you, Scorpio. So what do we have? A new beginning showing up for you, but it does feel a little bit like a delayed beginning, or it feels like it's taken a long time for you to get to this point because you had to learn some very valuable lessons along the way, and there's a lot of growth is what I see. But it looks like there's going to be something to celebrate towards the end of March. So diving in here, we have the tree showing up for you. This is about financial growth. This reminds me of the 10 of Pentacles. I love this energy coming in because this is about stability. It's long-term growth, abundance. It is your hard work paying off here, Scorpio. So if you've been working really hard, you're going to finally see that the fruits of your labor are bearing sweetness, right? This is growth. Some of you could even be thinking about retirement, or you are planning long-term goals. You could be generating new income sources that could be passive. I also get something with real estate, family business, leaving a legacy behind, something that will benefit not just you, but the lives of the people that you come in contact with. You have a lot of skills, you have a lot of gifts, you have a lot of talents, and I feel like you're not afraid to use them, where maybe that could have been a part of the growth was coming out of your comfort zone. But we see here mid-month, you're really going to start putting those plans into motion. This is about money starting to flow after a little bit of a kink, right? A kink in the hose where something could have ended, or there may have been a writer's block, or a burnout energy, or just felt creatively like you were blocking the flow for whatever reason. And this is about building, rebuilding, getting back to a place where you're back on track. Scorpio, maybe you had to take a little bit of time off, or March is a month where you take some time off to rebuild your sense of security and confidence and mental health. I'm hearing mental health because sometimes the gears can be the gears rolling around in our brains, and we can be on overload when it comes to information, right? Information overload. And I feel like you're taking a little bit of a pause. That's why this one bigger gear is kind of, off over here. It's not attached, but then it's like these 3 or 4 come together. And this is really beautiful because you have a 4 as your outcome as well. So you have the Hand card. This is manifesting money. This is magician energy here. It's all about financial assistance, some sort of hands-on help, getting a job, or if you have been unemployed, or you've come to this reading unemployed, or looking for a new opportunity. I feel like this is the month where it's like you get your foot in the door, or you negotiate, you shake hands with someone. Some of you could be healers, or you utilize your hands in some way, shape, or form when it comes to making money. And below the deck or underneath the deck, this is what's going on subconsciously. You have the chess card. So like I said, the gears are really rolling. This is about you thinking through something here and strategizing. You want to be wise with your choices. You want to be wise with your decisions and wise regarding making moves now that are going to affect you a long time from now as well, right? Your future. And just like the game of chess, you have to think about your next move because there's other players involved. There's competitors and there's opponents and there's kings and queens, right? So I feel like you're really thinking things through. You don't want to be impulsive in your actions, but I also see that you're a leader, Scorpio. You are a leader in some way, shape, or form. Maybe even have military in your background here, but I feel like you're making some moves that are going to affect your future long term, especially with the tree. And they look to be really good moves, mature investments, wise investments. Yeah, some of you have went through a job loss, a termination, or someone around you has up and left, or they were terminated and it's left you with lack of support or instability, or it just feels like you're getting the short end of the stick here for some of you. We also have responsibilities. Yeah, for others of you, perhaps you have a spouse or a family member that could be going through job loss, or maybe you're the sole provider and you're the one that is carrying, the workload. You have a lot of things you're trying to accomplish, maybe keeping up on the house and, your full-time job, and maybe trying to build a business on the side or taking care of kids. So there's a lot going on here for you, Scorpio. But I also see that you are working on new things, right? You're working on change. That's the right word. You're working on change, changing up the environment of what you do not like. Okay. So if you're not feeling good where you are at, you're interviewing with new companies. If you feel like you're carrying all the workload, you may be going to a boss, or if you are the boss, you may be hiring new people and interviewing new people. I also feel like this is interviewing for maybe a new contract for property or for space for your business. This could be interviewing for maybe a loan, or, sitting down with someone, and there's some sort of negotiation I see here for you, Scorpio. Payday. Okay, some of you, this interview may have to do with talking to a financial expert or a professional here. Paperwork could be drawn up. You may have to sign, because you can see she's holding the pen and there's something here to sign that actually could increase your finances. There could be a big payday coming in here, something that you are owed. Yeah, pay attention to your receipts. Especially if you're a business owner here, or maybe you work in accounting or you work in taxes or something of that nature, because receipts is showing up here. You can see that she's adding things up. She's making sure all of her, I's are dotted, her T's are crossed. So there is an energy here of not missing out on something. Like, I feel like there's resources here you don't want to miss out. So make sure you have the coverage, or make sure you have some sort of receipt. And lastly, you have changes. So Scorpio, big changes are on the horizon here for you. And I feel like you know about this already, because it's something that you've started to put into motion. Now, your first card out here is the Two of Coins. So you are reassessing your priorities. There's choice, right? This is the card of choice, which we talked about with that chess piece. So you're making some big choices now, but not before you reassess the situation, because the Two of Coins did show up in reverse, and it says reassessing your priorities, because you may be realizing, Scorpio, that some of those priorities that you had in the past, they no longer align with who you are now or where you are going, because I see that there's a new path opening up. And I love this illustration because you can actually see the infinity symbol right above her. And this is the year 8, 2024 breaks down to an 8-year. And that is all about infinite opportunities, especially when it comes to your coin, your pentacle. So if you felt like things have been overwhelming or very frenetic, or you've taken on a lot, you're moving in a new direction, and it's the direction that's going to bring you the most change. Okay, I definitely see that here for you. Your recessing or recession. Maybe you're coming back from a recession here or from the recession, but I feel like you are definitely taking a new approach. Some of you may even wear business attire, or you do have a briefcase. Maybe you work from home, but you're opening up to some new infinite opportunities. And it starts with this Ace of Cups. So what's crossing your energy here is, how do I make this happen? How do I attract this? How do I call this in? But you are doing the work. You're gaining the introspection. I mean, you are the sign of cups as well, Scorpio. So you're really doing a lot of reevaluating, and I feel like you're ready. But it may not feel like the universe is bringing it to you, but there is this subconscious block of maybe fear or expectations or timing, okay, and trust I'm hearing as well. So those could be factors that you're working on or maybe need to focus on a little more heavily in the month of March. But I absolutely see that you're ready for this, but there could be a delay when it comes to this beginning. But that's okay, because during the delay, you need that time for yourself, or time to focus on some of your new priorities. You don't want to bam, bam, go into something here. But I feel like you have this energy about you that is very magnetic, because what's below you here, Scorpio, is the sun. It is showing up in the upright position. I feel in your foundation, in your soul's purpose, you have set yourself up in this lifetime to go for what you want, right? Go for what attracts you. Some of you, the sun is definitely about abundance, okay? The sun is the most powerful energy here. It's all about abundance and happiness and wealth and success. It is Leo energy, about life being good, right? Living the good life. But sometimes we tend to sabotage, right? We tend to sabotage by different conditionings, different beliefs, different, thought patterns that we have, or feeling not good enough, or lack of self-worth. And I feel like that's a big part of what you've come here to kind of master. What you've come here to really step into is your own power, because the sun is hot, right? It's powerful. It is embracing all of your light. And you can see here that she's holding that sun kind of in her hands. And I feel like this is your glow up. It really is, Scorpio. So you've been going through some transitions. You've been going through some changes, but it's for you to step fully into your gifts and into your power. I like this. Now, in the recent past, you may have started to loom near burnout. Okay, I feel like some of you realized that you needed some downtime, and this is about earning rest. So you could be traveling. Maybe you've taken a trip in the recent past, or you were planning a trip in the recent past that you're finally able to celebrate here in March or the near future. But the Four of Swords is self-love. It's rest, retreat, healing, taking a break, catching your breath, and regrouping. Okay, because some of you are really working overtime or overthinking, maybe even obsessing about something, or ignoring the signs that your body was telling you to slow down here. But luckily it's showing up in the upright. So you're listening, you're doing yourself a favor and taking that time out that's needed. Now, what's showing up here is the Four of Cups. This is reaching out, right? There is a new opportunity for abundance coming in, especially with it showing up in reverse. I feel like some of you may have got stuck in that victim mentality of wastefulness, or wasting your time and energy on things that just weren't healthy or weren't helpful. And maybe you were comparing as well. Maybe you were comparing your life to where you thought you were going to be at this age or this time, or maybe someone else's life. When we get into that mindset of comparing, it really lowers our frequency. It lowers our vibration. But I feel like you didn't allow yourself to stay in there too long. It's like, all right, yes, I've been through some disappointment. I've been through some loss, or maybe things didn't work out the way that I wanted. But I am a powerful magician, right? I have the ability here to turn things around, and I'm not going to stay stuck in this energy for too long. So yes, you've maybe played the victim role, or maybe you wallowed in some sort of disappointment. Yes, it's very natural to have that human experience at times, but it's like you're dusting yourself off here and you're trying again, Scorpio, and you're really taking a deep look at your beliefs. beliefs, right? Your commitments. What do you commit yourself to? Is what you're committing yourself to worth it? Is it growth? Is there growth potential? Is it aligned with your soul, with your purpose, with your destiny? Because the Hierophant is showing up here in your future position. And this is about taking a look at traditions, traditional teachings, establishments. It could be institutions. Maybe you're going back to school as well. Maybe you are committing yourself to a path of being an entrepreneur, or you could be learning about, energy and law of attraction. You could be learning about the universal laws, and that's been showing up a lot lately. You're definitely taking maybe an unconventional way or approach to doing things, or maybe the more traditional way, but I feel like you are assessing it. And this is the card of divinity and divine guidance. So some of you could even be a spiritual teacher, or in the near future, you are connecting with some sort of spiritual coach or guru, or someone who can help you dive into your soul, right? Maybe even a soul coach, or this is you being a mentor or healer for others as well. Yeah, you've done a lot of work, and it's interesting to note. Look at in the background; it's like the sun is taking over here, so you can see things clearly. I feel in the near future, there's a new pathway opening up, but you've been through a lot to get to this point. And I'm also hearing spiritual awakening, and I just heard the name Daniel. Daniel, that could be your name or someone you work with. Now, how are you feeling? You're recovering your sense of stability after loss or after a hardship. Okay, 5 of coins can be health concerns or changes. It can be financial changes, but it's also the card of poverty or poverty conscious mindset. It's all about the beliefs as well. If you've gone through a situation where maybe you were homeless, maybe you lost everything, maybe you went through a challenge with, your stability in some sort, vehicle I'm getting here as well, a job loss. Sometimes it feels like you've hit rock bottom, right? But you're recovering that sense of stability by going deep within your beliefs and going deep within your higher self and your spiritual team. And you're saying, okay, what's the lesson in this and how can I recover? And that's where you're at here. Because what's showing up in your environment due to you reevaluating and reassessing some of the things happening in your life, you're getting back on track, right? And things are going to accelerate quite quickly for you in the month of March. This can be messages, news, or communication that does come in quite quickly for you, Scorpio, with this 8 of Wands. This can be travel. It can be relocating after some sort of a delay or some sort of just feeling like things were very chaotic, very hectic, especially with the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles can be something that throws you off track, right? It can bring in imbalance at times, and you're trying to figure out, how do I bring more stability and more balance to my life, to my career, to my finances? And this is going to accelerate quickly. Now, showing up in your hopes and fears is the King of Cups. You want to be able to do what you love and make money doing it. You want to feel emotional wealth and physical and financial wealth, right? You want to feel like you are in a good place where you are diplomatic and you are staying in your, humility, you're staying humble, and you're not letting emotions overrule or override your decision-making process here. Now, the fear is, what if I can't get in touch with my intuition, right? What if I just feel the drama all around me and I can't seem to move forward in this new beginning, right? Those are legit fears, but that's just it. They're fears, false evidence appearing real. And it's up to you to take accountability for what your beliefs are and to reprogram them. And even if you need to, hire a coach, a mentor, a guide, a counselor, a therapist, a coach, I think I said that twice, a healer of some sort, a shaman, someone who can help you reassess, know that you're not alone on this journey. But most importantly, it can be about you getting in touch, meditating more, getting out in nature, and not overthinking to the point where you just feel completely sidetracked and you feel like you're very out of touch at times with your emotions and your intuition. Which, Scorpio, you are a water sign. You are one of the signs that really does go deep within your emotions. But sometimes we tend to think our emotions with the Four of Swords, and that's where we just need to kind of give it a rest. Go for a swim if you can. Take a nice long bath or a shower. Stay hydrated as well. Drink a lot of lemon water. But you are going to find this peaceful diplomacy. I see this coming in because your outcome energy is the Four of Wands. This is gleeful and grateful celebration. Instead of feeling like you're missing out or you are on the outside watching everybody else have their happiness, I feel like it's your time. This is your time to shine. That's why you have the spotlight energy coming in here for you. Four of Wands is about celebration, right? It's 11/11 energy. It's about milestones, vacationing, it's awards, ceremonies, graduation, right? It's some sort of communal achievement. And I feel like you're going to celebrate in the month of March. And I see April being significant as well. Some of you, if you are military, or maybe you have a military spouse, there could be a move, travel, or relocation. I also feel here that you could be leaving the States or coming to the States as well. That could be significant. I also feel you're reconnecting to your youth, okay? Some of you, this is a childhood dream that you've wanted to manifest for quite some time. So yeah, childhood dream is kind of what I see here for you. Either way, this is major celebration. This is stability when it comes to your creativity and your passions and your career and your projects. Fours are the card of, structure and planning and foundation. So there is a level of achievement that you've acquired here where you're going to feel stable for quite some time. So this is really beautiful. All right, let's take a look here and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have here for Scorpio, please? Thank you. Flexibility, flexible. Card 19 in tarot. Card 19 is the sun, right? Which we see showing up here for you. So card 19, flexibility is important at this time. All right, the message for you, Scorpio, is all about teachability. And that's why we see that Hierophant showing up here for you as well. This is open-mindedness, okay? Staying open. This is also about being adaptable without compromising your integrity, your humility, right? This is not compromising what's important, but staying flexible in your approach, okay? And the prosperity message for you, Scorpio, is this. Even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest what something will look like, who you'll share it with, and what will then be available to you, you still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. Spirit may have much better plans for you. It could be a job that you hadn't thought of, a new source of money, or some other opportunity that eluded your imagination. Be flexible and remind yourself this or something better manifest for me right now. Then be willing to bend a little. Enjoy the miraculous results. Yeah, and that's interesting because that's something I've adopted to my vocabulary, to my phrases is, all right, universe, this is what my intention is, right? But I'll take this or something better. Because yeah, sometimes our brains or our emotions can get us sidetracked or get us into a one-way thinking of how something should be. And I feel like you are being asked to remain flexible because I see here that there's something beautiful, better, we'll say, better coming in here than you could have expected. But when you or someone else does become too rigid, right, we lose access to growth and untapped potential. You may find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. So that's the protection message. Just because some of you are struggling with the new beginning, that could be why. Perhaps there is a lot of rigidity, especially if you notice extra tension in the neck region, in the shoulder blades, and upper back. That can be stubbornness, but it can also be a lot of tension, a lot of expectations, control, and responsibility, right? Shouldering and carrying the whole weight of the world can really cause a lot of tension in those areas. So you're being asked to remain flexible at this time, because that's what's going to lead to that sun, that abundance. And you've had it before, is what I see here. You know what that sweet taste of success looks like. And even if it feels like you have lost that somewhere along the lines, you are going to get that back or something better. Oh, I like that for you. All right. Let's get a few messages here from your spirit animals. And at this time, Scorpio, I just ask if you can, please take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. A nice big inhale. Hold it for as long as you can and exhale with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes closed, Scorpio, please tune into that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animals are wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge. Maybe an animal that's visited in your dreams or crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Scorpio. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of each month, all you need to do, Scorpio, is post your power animals in the comment section below the video. All right, one more shuffle, please. Thank you. Oh, I love that one. So a lot of signs have been getting this specific animal, and it makes sense because we're being guided on a collective level to really stay true, be loyal to what you love. You have the dog spirit coming in here. It's also card 19, right? So not only do you have 19 showing up as your animal, you have 19 showing up from this deck as well as the sun. That's 3 19s in your reading. Now, of course, 19 is the sun, but it also breaks down to that one energy, which is all about new beginnings, right? Leadership, self, it's about courage, and it's about your own gifts and your own potential. So be loyal to what you love. Some of you may be born on the 19th, the 10th. You may be 32 years old, 60 years old, or even born on the 14th. Now we have the hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. Yeah, let spirit be your guide. You're not alone, as we mentioned here. You have additional support. You have help. And it's important to open yourself up. Open that crown chakra up if you've been struggling. There are so many ways to get back in touch with your own intuition, right? But it can be the distractions, the noise, the external that sometimes can block us from listening to our own intuition. So let spirit be your guide, Scorpio. Your first card out was Swan, and it says time for a deep dive. And that's kind of where we start the reading off. Remember that Two of Pentacles, where it's about you really reassessing your priorities and where's your heart at, right? Where are your desires and your passions at versus, yes, responsibilities. You still need to pay the bills, but how can you blend the two? Because there is a period here of integration. And I feel like you are doing a deep dive and you're saying, how can I love what I do and monetize or make money doing it as well? So definitely time for a deep dive. Once you do that, Chameleon spirit, which is all about flexibility and adaptability, says act as if. Right? Act as if you're a millionaire, if that's what your goal is. Act as if you have that dream job. You know, it's almost a fake it till you make it. And this is what I like to say about that phrase. So many people say, well, that's not a good idea, but it's not necessarily faking. It is about you starting to believe in yourself by taking the action steps towards what scares you. So that's what the energy is, I believe, behind fake it till you make it. It's an energy that already exists and lies within yourself, right? But the fear could be holding you back. So if you fake it, right? If you fake the confidence, it's truly there, but sometimes the fear holds us back from feeling confident or feeling like we are worthy, right? Or feeling like we can be successful. It's the fear, it's the limiting beliefs, it's the conditioning. Those are all illusions. They're all things that, yes, they've been programmed, but it's not the soul's truth. And so when you fake it till you make it or act as if, that's how you start to really step forward towards your dreams. And lastly here, you have the buffalo. It says, the abundant universe will provide. Card 10, Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be a turn here in your luck, a turn in your prosperity. There's enough. And some of you, part of this deep belief that I see with the Hierophant showing up here in your near future is taking a look at your beliefs around money. Maybe you grew up in a poverty conscious mindset. Maybe there was a lack of mentality, or because of some situations that you've been in, there is this belief that there's not enough, right? And the buffalo is here to say the abundant universe will provide. Your needs are being met. They will be met here. And I feel like you'll be able to have what you desire as well. Even if that takes a little bit of time to come to fruition, your needs are definitely being taken care of. All right, last but not least, let's get a message from the soul's truth, your soul's truth. What does your soul want to say to you at this time? And action steps that you can take. They're saying more than one. Okay, thank you. Most signs have only received one, but you're getting a bonus. Wow, look at this. You have, how can I deepen my trust right now? Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust, Scorpio. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others, because trust creates safety. And when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. So perhaps it's the trust piece as well. And I think we even mentioned that in your reading, that could be a part that holds you back. Because maybe you're not trusting that the universe has your back. You may be not trusting that this new beginning is going to open up to you. Your soul action is let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos. There's that Two of Pentacles. And be certain with yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Yeah, because sometimes when we don't trust ourselves because of experiences that have happened in the past, or we've been burnt, or we've gone through a challenge, we tend to not trust our own decisions. Therefore, we tend to question everyone and everything else around us. And that creates a sense of instability, and it creates a sense of us not feeling safe, not feeling secure. So maybe part of the lesson for you, Scorpio, is about rebuilding that trust within oneself so you can extend that trustworthiness in others, including spirit. And that's why you have this card that says, let spirit be your guide. All right, what else do we have here from your soul's truth? Am I willing? You are on the edge of something great. Scorpio, can you feel it? Yes, there is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward with courage. Today's soul action, be brave, follow your heart's compass, and lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra, it's possible. I love that. And it's so interesting that the word impossible itself spells I'm possible. So there is an energy here of maybe, again, belief. We're seeing a lot of synchronicities coming in from your soul's truth Do you believe that something is possible? Because that is about you stretching beyond your beliefs, right? A whole new level of willingness in order to move forward with courage. And I feel like you have what it takes. And last but not least here, you have, what excuses am I making right now? Right? You know what they say about excuses? Excuses are like, beep, everybody has one. And we all make them, right? I'm not singling you out here, Scorpio. Each and every single one of us has made some sort of an excuse at one point or another. But it says here, no more waiting. There will never be a good enough time, right? We make excuses. I'll do that when I retire. I'll do that when I have a little more time. I'll do this when the kids go back to school. We tend to, prioritize is what we think. And we are prioritizing, but as Elizabeth Gilbert says in the book, Big Magic, what we truly want, we're going to prioritize and put at the top of our list. Anything else down here is an excuse. And so if you don't want it bad enough, you're going to put it at the bottom of your list. And that's completely up to you, right? No judgment, no criticism. But it says no more waiting. If this is a dream that you want, it's important. If it's important enough, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it. Even if you don't feel ready, even if you don't feel like it's the right time, listen to your heart and you will be led. You will be led. And you're getting that message numerous times here to listen to your heart. You have a beautiful heart. You are a water sign. I get it. I have a million placements of Scorpio in my chart. And you are being asked to be flexible. And so something I want you to start adapting to is that phrase, this or something better, right? This or something better, because that's what you're attracting. That's what you're calling in. And you do have the Four of Wands. So there is a major celebration here, a sense of togetherness, a milestone or an achievement coming in for you, I feel, by the end of March, even into April. That is what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Okay, thank you, Spirit. One last thing. They're giving me KA. KA could be an initial, or maybe I'm even getting KI. So that could be the beginning of someone's name, such as Kirsten or Karen or Karen. So please take that as it resonates. And I also getting something with a budget. Budget could be the name of, maybe if you are renting a vehicle. Okay, maybe budget is a company here. So I'm just getting here, checking your options or double checking policies or something of that nature. Maybe some of you are going with budget. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm just getting the budget on a rental car. So if that is you traveling or taking a trip, I feel like you're making the right decision or choosing intuitively, and it will be in your favor. Okay, again, thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up button. Please drop your power animals in the comment section below. And again, hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love.